Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of The Dip. I am your host, TV Chips, and this is a instant car review. I just got out of seeing the movie Sing. It is Christmas Eve, and I treated myself to go see a movie. And I've wanted to see this movie because just something about it seemed different. And honestly, I wasn't disappointed. I have to say, and I don't know if I want to say this, but this might be the best animated movie I've ever seen. And that's a lot to say, and I'm hesitant to say it because there's a lot of really good animated movies. But I think when I look at it, if I, one of the things I think this is probably, quite possibly, the best animated movie I've ever seen. It's very, very good. It's got a really good story. It's got the cast is so on point with their voices and their ability and their emotion, all that kind of stuff shines through. I mean, you've got Oscar-winning actors. Hey, there's a truck. You've got Oscar-winning talent in this film, and you've got just and the people who even aren't. It's good. It's really, really good. I think it's time. I think Universal Pictures and Illumination Entertainment have put Pixar on notice. They're here, and they're here to stay, and they're going to be making quality movies. And they've proved it. They proved it with the Despicable Me franchise. Minions was, I think, a bit of a slip, but it wasn't a horrible movie, but it just wasn't what it could have been. The Minions are so popular and so funny. It's one of those things where it's going to be very difficult to live up to the expectations. So that movie wasn't, was kind of doomed from the beginning in that way. The Secret Life of Pets was fantastic, but this movie, Sing, is different. It just feels different. You don't need the animation. This movie could have been a very, very good movie without the animation, just with the actors themselves. That's how good the script was on point. It was fantastic. His name is escaping me, but the director of this film has also directed The Son of Rambo, excuse me, and another film that is escaping me right now. But Son of Rambo, that's a very good film. It's a very interesting, unique film, and it's very good. And this film just, God, it's got a real filmmaker's vibe to it. Like, everything about it just seemed like it was a good movie. There was this great story, and it had such a really good, positive message to it. And I can't find a flaw in this movie. Everything I thought was going to be a flaw, was going to be overbearing, or was going to be, it was going to get old quickly, didn't. I thought maybe the Miss Crowley, the lizard assistant, I thought early on, I'm like, this is going to get old very, very quickly, and it didn't. It was very funny and fresh every time, it seemed. That was really, there was a lot of subplots with different characters overcoming. Every character had to overcome something in this film. Every character had something that they had to overcome, and their faith in what they're doing, their love of performing, their belief in in what they're doing is what brings it all together. And that's always a great sign in a movie, to have that kind of story like that. Matthew McConaughey is excellent. He is excellent. He brings such life and depth to this character. It's magnificent. It's absolutely magnificent. I cannot wait to see this movie again. Universal has really tapped into the fact that they have access to all of this music, and they really took advantage of it here. You've seen it in a lot of their other movies where they're using, this and that. In the trailer for Despicable Me 3, you've got Michael Jackson, you've got Phil Collins, you've got all this great music that Universal kind of has access to. and they use it to their advantage. Whereas, Disney in the 90s and the 80s and the early 2000s, they really relied on writing their own music and making great music, with Alan Menken and Tim Rice and Elton John. They focused so hard on making great music. Universal's like, no, we don't have to do that. We have great music at our fingertips. So it's fantastic. The movie is wonderful. The performances are fantastic. I think I saw it in 3D because that was the only time I was able to really see it, and I liked it. I don't think it needed to be in 3D. I think any cartoon now has to be, because it's just a really great way for the studios to kind of make a little bit of extra money off of these films. So I get that. That's fine. I don't necessarily think you need to see it in 3D, but it was very cool, and I did like it in 3D. I wasn't distracted by it. Sometimes with 3D movies, I'm like, ugh, come on. All right, let's wrap this up, okay? But this one didn't hinder me at all. If it wasn't for my glasses slipping over my regular glasses a couple of times, I probably wouldn't have even realized I was watching 3D. And I think that is the key to a good 3D movie, is that you're not overwhelmed by it, but you're also not like, this is really, it's annoying. So, Sing is a very good movie. Go see it. Bring your family. You will not regret it. It is definitely worth the view. It's definitely worth your money. I can't, and if you're somebody who's, for me, I love theater. I'm a performer. I do a lot of acting and things like that, and I was a singer growing up. So there was that extra specialness for me where I was like, okay, and I'm a sucker for a father-son story. And there's a couple in there that are magnificent. And, early on, I'm like, okay, all right. Okay, I see what you're doing here, Illumination. I see this father-son thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, but I did. I really, really enjoyed it. And there was some really great, there's great scenes in the trailers. And you're always worried when you see a trailer and it's really good, because you're like, is this movie going to be able to live up to the trailer? And most of the time it doesn't. There are a lot of films lately that I can name off that had great trailers that were just complete letdowns. And this movie doesn't. Honestly, there's scenes in the trailer that were funny in the trailer that were so great in the movie. There's a scene where he's washing the car, and he's in a Speedo, and he's washing the car. Matthew McConaughey's Buster Moon. And in the movie, it's not played for laughs. It really isn't. I mean, that is a funny moment, but they actually use this funny moment in the trailer that kind of catches you, and you go, okay, that's silly, and I like it. They use that so perfectly in this movie. I don't want to give it away, because I think you have to see it. I really do. I think you have to see it. I don't want to give away any of the story, because I think it's worth seeing. I don't think I would spoil anything, because it is so good. But honestly, I don't want to spoil the story, because I think it's worth seeing. It felt like a movie. It felt like a really, really good movie. If this doesn't win awards for Best Animated Movie, it's a complete waste and letdown, and the system is rigged, because this is easily the best animated movie of the year. Easily the best animated movie of the year. I've seen Zootopia. I've seen Secret Life of Pets. Those movies were good, but they relied on, now I'm like, okay, well, that movie, Zootopia, had to have animals. It had to be based, that the movie required it to be animated. Secret Life of Pets required it to be animated. It could have gotten away with, but whatever. This movie didn't need to be animated. They could have easily made this movie, and it would have been fantastic without it being animated. The animation makes it better in a lot of ways, because it took everything away and just let me focus on the story. I got lost. I wasn't listening to Matthew McConaughey and Reese Witherspoon and Taron Egerton and Nick Kroll. I wasn't listening to them. I wasn't watching them. I was watching Buster and Rosita and Gunther and all of these great characters. Mike, they're so good. They're so good. I loved it. I am so jazzed about this movie. I am absolutely over the moon on this movie. It's definitely worth seeing. And like I said, go out, go see it. Don't worry that you're not going to like it, because I think you will. The trailer had a lot of great stuff in it, and a lot of great music, and a lot of funny moments. But the movie has so much more to offer. There's such a great story. The music is amazing. From start to finish, the music is phenomenal. The way that they used the music in this film can't be beat. I haven't seen a movie that the music was almost like a cast member. And I think if you're going to call the movie Sing, the music has to be a really strong presence in this film, and it has to be good. It has to be done right. And this movie knocks it out of the park. It's a home run from start to finish with the music. The music is phenomenal. It's funny. It's endearing. It's got really great characters. So I definitely want to say you should go out and see Sing. If I was going to give it any kind of rating, I would give it 5 stars out of 5, because I think it's that good. I am hesitant to say that it's the best animated film of all time, but god damn it, it's got to be up there, because it deserves to be up there. It's phenomenal. So Sing, it's in theaters now. Stars Matthew McConaughey, Reese Witherspoon, Taron Egerton, Nick Kroll, Nick Offerman, Leslie Jones, Tori Kelly, Seth MacFarlane, such a great, John C. Reilly, such a great wealth of vocal talent, and it's definitely worth seeing. So thank you very much. If you saw Sing, please, in the comments below, let me know what you thought, because I'd be hard-pressed to see if, I'd be shocked to see if anybody really didn't like it. But there may, everybody has their own opinions on things. So let me know what you thought of the movie. Give me a like if you enjoyed this video. If you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. And I have some more videos coming soon, some more movie review videos coming soon. So this is just a tip of the movie review in-car iceberg, all right? So thank you, everybody. Go see Sing.